All right, question 10. Arrange the summation expressions in order from least to greatest according to the value of each sum. So let's just tackle one at a time here. Let's start with this one. So recall that this means we're finding the sum of the first, second, and the third term. K equals 1 is where we start. So we're going to take 6 and raise it to the first power minus 1, whatever that is. We're then going to take 6 and raise it to the second power minus 1. And then finally, we're going to add 6 raised to the 3 minus 1. Again, if that confused you at all, the key values are this one and this one. And we know we're going 1, 2, 3 because right here they tell us we're starting with the first term, we're ending with the third term. So we're just substituting those three numbers in for K. All right, so now let's just do the math. 6 raised to the 1 minus 1 power is 1. You could use a calculator for this. 6 raised to the 2 minus 1 power is 6. 6 raised to the 3 minus 1 power is 36. So 1 plus 6 plus 36 is 43. All right, let's take the next one. This goes from K equals 1 to K equals 4. So we're going to substitute 1, 2, 3, and 4 in for K. And then we're going to add all those together. So start with 1. And then we're going to substitute 2 in for K. 3 in for K. And we'll stop at 4 for K. And then just do the math. 3 times 4 raised to the 1 minus 1 power is 3. 3 times 4 raised to the 2 minus 1 power is 12. This next one is going to be, let's see, 4 squared is 16. 16 times 3 is 48. And this last one is 64 times 3. So that's 180, 192. I'm not using a calculator, but I think I will for this next part. On a test or a quiz, I would encourage using a calculator when you only get one shot. All right, so we're going to add those numbers together. 3 plus 12 plus 48 plus 192. And that gives us 255. So we could keep going about this process. And basically, we would just be going through that exact same process for these last two. However, if you have a graphing calculator, which typically in Algebra 2, you're encouraged to use, and you can find these for free online or even an app on your phone, there is a button that will do summations for us and make this a lot quicker process. It's important to understanding the process behind it. So I always encourage students to do some of it by hand and some of it using the summation button in the calculator. So to find it, we're going to press the math button on I have a TI-84 Plus calculator, and we're going to scroll all the way down until we find, and you can see number 0 summation. It's got the sigma symbol. Depending on what version of your calculator you have, this setup may look slightly different. But I'm going to use X instead of K. So I go from X equals 1 to 5, and then we're going to type in the problem. Instead of X, I'm using K. Be careful. That extra set of parentheses sometimes will throw students off. But the sum is 124. And then we're going to do that process one more time. Again, that button, if you missed it, is math all the way down to 0. And then we're going to check this last one. We're going from X equals 1. So we're finding the sum of the first two terms. So literally the calculator is probably a slower process for this one because you're just finding the sum of two terms. But I just want to show you how it works. Yeah, I figured that sum was going to be pretty tiny. So we want to write these from least to greatest. So you can kind of see the 12 is the least, then the 43, then the 124, and then the 255. And they just want you to write the corresponding sigma notations in each box.